That's it. The teaching begins. Stoicism is often introduced through its most emblematic phrases. Watch any video on YouTube about the subject, and you'll likely encounter one of these timeless quotes within seconds. They stem from the enduring wisdom of our philosophy's most prominent figures: Epictetus, Seneca, or Marcus Aurelius. Words that have transcended centuries, unless humanity someday entirely reshapes the human brain. Future generations will undoubtedly continue to find solace and guidance in these teachings. There is that which depends on us, and that which doesn't depend on us. It's not the things that worry us, but the judgment we make about things. Happiness depends on the quality of your thoughts. We could dive straight into the heart of Stoic doctrine, but before serving you the main course, I want to set the table. The food is simmering nearby, and it won't be long before it's ready to serve. For now, let's take a moment to soak in the atmosphere. Before we delve into the core of Stoicism, let's address something fundamental, an often overlooked aspect of this philosophy. Something that tends to get lost when Stoicism is reduced to quotes and catchy videos, served up like a quick snack. Today, I want to talk to you about the universe and your place within it. In other words, the metaphysics, or logos, of our philosophy. Why start here? Because understanding this broader context will deepen your grasp of Stoicism's most famous principles, ones you've likely already heard. Don't worry, the famous Dichotomy of Control, distinguishing what depends on you from what doesn't. Let's begin. The Stoics see the world as twofold. On one side, there is universal or common nature, fate, the order of things, the cosmic law. On the other, there is your own nature, unique character. These two are deeply intertwined, as your own nature is an emanation of universal nature. Each possesses its own will. The essence of Stoicism is to reconcile these two natures. Your own nature must align with the events themselves. How to align? By agreeing. By not regretting. By not getting angry about what happens. By not worrying. Because everything that happens is purposefully intended by the benevolent design of universal nature. So, you're saying I just have to accept what happens to me? You may ask. Exactly. You must accept what happens to you. Nothing groundbreaking here, Marcus. You may answer. Yes, I know. But the most important question is why you should accept what happens to you. Here is the answer, seen through the lens of our philosophical framework. You must accept what happens because resisting it would mean opposing what nature has intended for you, as an integral part of nature. Like a piece in a larger puzzle, rejecting what happens is, in essence, rejecting yourself. Do you follow me? Not yet? Okay, let me add a piece of religious philosophical dogma here. Stoic philosophy embraces what we call pantheism. The Stoics believed in pantheism, a term derived from the Greek meaning, everything is divine. To them, reality, the universe, and nature are not separate from divinity. They are divinity. This supreme entity, which orders the world, is immanent in nature. It permeates everything. While you may come across Marcus Aurelius referring to gods in his writings, these references are often a poetic personalization of the divine. What truly prevails in Stoic thought is the doctrine of immanence, the belief that the divine is present in every aspect of the material world. This stands in contrast to transcendence, where the divine is viewed as existing outside and apart from the physical realm. As part of the whole, a tiny fragment of divinity itself, rejecting or regretting what happens to you, places you in conflict with nature. By resisting what appears to be your very own destiny, you oppose the essence of the universal order. Marcus Aurelius expresses it in his own words. And just a note, his ancient writings may not be the easiest to access at first, but they possess incredible depth. Take your time with them. Read them slowly, as many times as you need. There's no rush. Immerse yourself fully. Open quote. Thus, there are two reasons why you must be content with what happens to you. First, because it was for you it came to pass. For you, it was ordered, and to you it was related, a thread of destiny stretching back to the most ancient causes. Secondly, because that which has come to each individually is a cause of the welfare and the completion, and in very truth of the actual continuance of that which governs the whole. For the perfect whole is mutilated if you sever the least part of the contact and continuity alike of its causes as of its members. And you do this so far as in you lies, whenever you are disaffected, and in a measure you are destroying it. End quote. So, whether you're unwell, whether you have lost someone dear, whether you're weighed down by sadness for any reason, it's all part of the vast web of causes and consequences that make up the cosmos. A universal totality where everything is interconnected, woven together like threads in an immense fabric that forms the entire universe. Every phenomenon, every obstacle, every variable that shifts the course of events follows a universal reason, a higher force that governs all things, which the Stoics call the whole. You can choose to see it as negative fate or positive fate. It is a matter of judgment. You must accept each event as a perfectly crafted puzzle piece, fitting seamlessly into the smaller puzzle of your life and the larger, grander puzzle of the universe and its will. The small puzzle of your life and the vast puzzle of the universe, with its inherent consciousness, are intricately interwoven into a single whole. The physical world and the divine are bound together by what Marcus Aurelius beautifully describes as a sacred connection. The sacred connection is forged through two principles. A passive principle, which is matter, an active principle. Reason, the energy or the will, operates throughout the universe. This universal reason is the omnipresent logic that governs and sustains everything within and around us. It is the force that binds all things together, forming a system where every part is interdependent and unified. Each microcosm mirrors the divine macrocosm, reflecting the same relationship to the universe. I'm lost, Marcus. You may shrug. No problem. You don't need to grasp everything right away. For now, just focus on understanding this. According to the Stoics, life can only truly be understood if you accept that your very being, everything you are, is intrinsically connected to this active principle, which they call the whole. Everything that happens to you is part of this active principle. Seeing this whole and recognizing that every single aspect of your life is an integral part of it is the first step. That's why I'm sharing this with you today, in the very first lesson. The essence of the Stoic spirit is rooted in this fundamental idea. Stoicism is a practical philosophy designed to help people lead a happier life by embracing destiny and accepting what is. But how can you regret an event or thing when it is part of a whole? A seamless, logical, and interconnected fabric, intentionally woven by the universe itself. Understanding that you are a part of it means accepting that your destiny is not entirely within your control, that you are, in some ways, subject to its whims. The only thing truly within your power is to give your best effort, striving to do your best while embracing whatever unfolds is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. Accept the rest out of love for the whole. This is the ultimate aim of wisdom, to wholeheartedly love and embrace the whole as it is. Embrace every event, whether joyful or sorrowful, as if it were your own wish. All that has brought you pain or joy was ordained for you, and because it has unfolded according to the supreme will, you must learn to desire it and love it, even the hardest moments. And so, your will aligns with the divine power, creating perfect harmony. Why are the people around you sometimes depressed? Because they struggle to accept what happens to them, because they resist believing that there's a reason behind it all. When you refuse to accept what befalls you, you are resisting the omniscient will, creating inner turmoil, a mental disorder that manifests as restlessness, anxiety, or depression. This resistance disrupts the natural harmony between the events themselves and how you perceive and respond to them. Your emotions and judgments no longer align with the flow of life as it unfolds. This is what Epictetus wrote over 1800 years ago in his Enchiridion, the handbook. Do not seek to have everything that happens happen as you wish, but wish for everything to happen as it actually does happen, and your life will be serene. End quote. And I can't think of a better explanation than the one offered by Pierre Hadot. Open quote. By consenting to this present event that is coming to me, and in which the whole world is involved, I want what universal reason wants. I identify with it, in a sense of participation and belonging to a whole that goes beyond the limits of the individual. I experience a feeling of connectedness with the universe and immerse myself in the immensity of the cosmos. End quote. Love of the whole means embracing the sequence of all events, regardless of their nature, while cultivating a sense of intimacy with universal reason. Stoicism is often regarded as a philosophy of self-love, and this is partially true as it encourages you to find harmony within yourself. However, this harmony is only achievable if your human nature aligns with the whole, to which you belong, that is, the common nature. The substance that shapes you and guides your decisions, your human nature, is part of the same unifying substance, the common nature. Marcus Aurelius says in a very poetic way in his Meditations, "One light of the sun, even though it be sundered by walls, by mountains, by a myriad other barriers. One common matter, even though it be sundered in a myriad individual bodies. One vital spirit, even though it be sundered in a myriad natural forms and individual outlines. One intelligent spirit, even though it appears to be divided." End quote. Let me share with you another passage from Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, if I may, one that I particularly admire. "It remains the peculiar mark of the good man to love and welcome what befalls him, and is the thread fate spins for him, not to soil the divinity seated within his breast, nor to disquiet it with a mob of imaginations, but to preserve and to propitiate it, following God in orderly wise." End quote. Love the whole. Align yourself with the whole. To achieve this, strive to elevate your consciousness. Let it ascend beyond your individual self, reaching an almost cosmic perspective.